Hey everybody, what's up? Thought I would just try to show you a little trick I use for farming shards in Razorfen Downs with my druid. All my other buddies have tips and tricks for farming other dungeons. Thought I'd show you what I do to make gold. So I am a tank spec druid. Grabbed my spec off of Wowhead. There's my spec. My gear, very simplistic, not very good. I've been trying to get best in slot pre-raid gear, so I do not have good gear by any stretch of the imagination. Apparently I've been farming with my carrot on a stick. So there's my gear. I'm going to show you what I do. Before I enter the instance, what I like to do is set up all of my buffs. So I'll throw on my thorns, my omen of clarity, and that kind of acts as a timer for me to see how fast I'm doing it. I can get in and out in about 6 minutes. So there's certain places where I'm going to have to stealth. I start out in cat, and I'm only doing the spiral of thorns. On my way up, there's certain places I'll have to stealth. And at the beginning, I like to stealth and sprint, because it helps me catch the first boss that can potentially drop a blue item that will turn into a shard. So I've stealthed past these first 3 packs of mobs. I can come out of stealth and keep running down. I'll hug the left wall. These guys don't aggro. And I get down here, and Glutton's going to be coming from the left. So I just like to run down here, target him, run back. What I'm going to do, I'm going to fight him as a cat. I'm going to pre-hot. So I'll throw on my rejuvenation, I'll throw on my regrowth, I'll pull him with a moonfire, and I'll go into cat. Interesting thing I've learned about Glutton is that he does more damage when he's low on health than he does when he's on full health. So one thing I like to do is, before I just tear into him, I like to make sure I've got like lots of energy for the end of his life. So I have my first 5 combo points I'm going to rip. I'm going to kind of keep my energy high, my combo points high, so that when he gets down to about a quarter health, I can just kind of unload on him. I'll have full combo points, because otherwise it can get a little bit dicey fighting him there at the end. And now I like to do another rip. Maybe I could do a finishing move. But you can see he's hitting me a lot harder, but I can beat him down pretty quick. So let's see what I got. And he dropped his flesh hide shoulders, so that's our first small radiant shard. So I'll hit my rejuve, and I'll start running up the spiral of thorns. Now I'm going to hug this left wall. For the most part, I can run unstealthed, but there's a few spots, depending on the situation, I might need to stealth. Here's the first spot. If this guy is looking at the wall, or that guy, I need to stealth past them, because they will see me as I run by out of stealth. But I get past them, I come out of stealth, I'll continue running up the wall, just hugging that left wall. This is another annoying mob that can hit me if he's looking at me. Damn it. So, not a big deal, just a waste of time to have to kill this group. I'll just bear these guys down. One thing about my spec and gear is I try to have agility so I can crit and build extra rage, and then I mainly just swipe all the mobs down. I like to kill the elites first. I like to leave the non-elites up because they help me with my swipe to get potentially more crits to build my rage faster. Down, I just have a couple of non-elites left. Usually I don't like to kill these guys if I can help it, because they just drop trash that's not worth much. It's kind of a lower level dungeon. Maybe I'll heal up again. Special note, this is one of the places that the rare boss can spawn, and he always drops a blue item. This up here is the other place he can spawn, so I don't see him. I'm going to not push my luck. A lot of times I can stealth past these groups. Not going to press my luck. Hugging that left wall for the most part, although there are a few points where I come out here to the right side, try to run around. It took a lot of trial and error for me to figure out this path. Sometimes there's pats that will come down or skellies that'll run down. If you see them, just pop into stealth. There's that pat I was talking about. Usually don't have trouble. There's the skellies. Anyway, yeah, when I get up this high on this spiral, I'm hugging the right side, as you can see. So I'm just running up. There's two things you can do here. I can either stealth and go through that little thing, but it's annoying for me to have to stealth, so I've been experimenting with running through here, which I'm still trying to get it down. But then you can jump up on this hut and run around it. I'm sure one of these days it'll be faster than stealthing. I used to stealth past this last group. Now I found I can just run up and jump up. Here's the last boss. I'll drop into stealth. Now on this last boss, I'm going to start out fighting him in cat. I'm going to build up 5 combo points and rip him, and then I'm going to switch to bear, which usually that coincides with when he spawns his ads. So I'll come up here, opening move, get my fairy fire on him, start building up those combo points. There I go. I'm going to rip, come out of bear. You can see his mobs are spawning. I'm going to bark skin so I don't get interrupted while I cast my regrowth. Drop into bear. Get my, whatever that is, enrage. Just keep beating him down. I like to throw out my demoralizing roar. Ideally, all these mobs would be in front of me. I don't like them being behind me because I like to get them in on my swipes so that I can build extra rage by critting. You want to make sure you have your back to this wall because he does do a knockback, and if he knocks you back over into those mobs, then you have to deal with them. It's kind of annoying. You can see he's pretty easy to fight as a bear. There he is. Pop out heal. Let's see what he dropped. He dropped 1 blue. So I got 2 blues this run. I'll disenchant them. They make small radiant shards, guaranteed. On my server, they go from anywhere from 5 gold to 8 gold. So that's anywhere from about 10 to 16 gold on this run. You can see I'm only 6 minutes into my run. Now getting out is about as important as getting in. I'm going to run out as cat. You can see there's this big thorny branch. I'm going to run toward it. I'm going to pause slightly, make sure there's not a pat below me. Just keep running down toward the branch. There can be a pat here to my right. There it is. I missed it. And I'm just going to run out, passing the same groups of mobs that I passed coming in. You don't have to stealth past this group here. I will have to stealth past the last 3. So I'll run in about as far as I dare. I'll hit my stealth. You notice I'm not using my sprint because I like my sprint for coming on the way in. I like to catch Glutton on his first pass up the spiral. Otherwise, if you don't catch him on his first pass, then you have to wait for him to pat back down, which is annoying. So I like to use my sprint at the beginning so I can catch him. One optimization I like to do is as I'm running out, I like to reset my buffs, get back into cat, be ready for the next run. I'm out, hit my reset instances, and I'm back in. Hope you enjoyed that. I've made a lot of money doing this. It's pretty easy, like I showed you. You can get in about 6, 7, 8 minutes. Not a bad little run.